One of the key things when you're working with a non-woven geotextile fabric, you want to make sure you get it pulled tight and get rid of all the wrinkles. I see a lot of guys not using this product correctly. Unfortunately, I think it's what gives, geofabric a bad name. Guys just don't know how to use it correctly. So we go ahead and we line the trench with it. And, we lay it really flat. We don't want a bunch of wrinkles. We want to get it as flat as we possibly can. Once we get the pipe at the bottom and then we start putting some stone in, it's really easy to pull up on the sidewalls of the fabric and get all the wrinkles out. And you can see just how meticulous we are as far as pulling it tight. We've already trimmed this. We've already cut it off. We don't have, a heavy overlap. You only want to overlap it, a couple inches, and that's it. And that's just so that you can get the fabric pins in and hold your burrito wrapped system together. Again, I see this done wrong more than right. You can see the guys trimmed all that extra off. It's pulled really tight. The water's going to run right through that double punch fabric without a problem. The roots are going to grow right through all those holes, and this thing is just going to rip. When you have roots growing through the fabric, you end up with, through gravity and capillary action, all the water being fed into the stone. Now, you can see just how big our systems are. You can see how much dirt we're digging out. You can see how much stone we're putting in. You can see that there's always, this is a quad pack, but you can see always, whether we're doing, a tri-pack or a double barrel, we're always digging it out 16, 18 inches. Our dig has always been big. You go back, doesn't matter. You can go back to 2017, 2018. You look at the videos. What are we doing? We're digging out a lot of that heavy, non-percolating subsoil, and we're equipped to do that. Now, if we showed up with a van, a utility trailer, a 40-year-old trencher, and a couple of hand tools and a wheelbarrow, we wouldn't be equipped to do that at all. Matter of fact, we'd probably have to put in that styrofoam peanut pipe, and because there's no aggregate to speak of around that styrofoam peanut pipe, we'd have to put in inlet basins. So instead, we're going to use the high octane. We're going to do quad packs. We're going to have so much air circulating through the system that we're going to be able to dry out the yard very quickly, and we don't have to worry about maintenance, tree roots, things like that. You're not going to find it in our system. When you have so much air traveling through a system, it just dries out any tree roots that try to penetrate the system during the rainy season. They just dry up and fall off and become dust, just wash out in the next rain. So the key is you have to rent some equipment. If you're a DIYer, you're going to need to get a track hoe. You're going to have to be able to really excavate a really nice trench. The more stone and pipe, the better the French drain. If you're just going to take a trencher and just trench a little line, and then you're going to lay your pipe in there and put some stone, or you put a little stone on the bottom, then you put your pipe in, then you put a little more stone on top, then you put the same soil that the trencher threw to the side of the trench over top of that. Now you got to put inlet basins in, because how are you going to take in any surface water? Our system, the way it's built, by its very design, it's meant to dry out the yard fast. It has a lot of air circulating through it. The more pipe and stone, the better the French drain. If you're going to just rent a trencher and you're going to try to, reach for that magic bean, that magic pill, you just grab this 8-foot piece of recycled trash from one of the big box stores, take a trencher, put it in the ground. Yeah, you're going to need inlet basins. You're going to. The thing is garbage. Now, we use the high octane. It's the strongest single wall pipe in the world. It's the fastest yard drainage pipe on the planet. It has more inlet than any other pipe in the world. So just look at how little bit of aggregate is in one of these things. It's really flimsy. It's really cheap. You got to put a basin on the end because it just collapses if you don't. There's no strength to it at all. It just buckles under its own weight. If you covered that with dirt, that's exactly what you would get right there. So that's a failed experiment. That needs inlet basins. That needs maintenance. That's why those guys love that. They get to come and jet out through those inlet basins they put in, and those very inlet basins fill up your yard drain with trash, fill up your French drain with trash. So a really good quality pipe, and you just have to roll up your sleeves and remove a lot of the subsurface soil. You just can't get away with a trencher and one of these little noodles. It just doesn't work that way. All right, everybody, until the next video.